So Kieran, I thought I'd kick off with you. Since you have such large experience, as I alluded to in your introduction, I wonder if you could perhaps provide us with, from your perspective, the view of an overview of Cayman's insurance market at present.
Yeah, the trends that we're seeing are positive. Last year we had some 39 formations, which in a very soft market as a domicile is a great testament to the strength and the attractiveness of the domicile. In the first 6 months of this year, we've had some 17 new formations. So we're on track to equal, I think, the numbers of last year. So that is a trend, and that is an overview that is very, very positive for us in the domicile. It speaks to our vitality, our attractiveness, and what we can offer our clients. Within that mix of formations, we are seeing not just single parent captive formations, and of course our ILS cat bond Class C formations and new formations in that area as well, but also a broader range of licensees, such as those who are writing various amounts of third-party business, some of which is what I would term controlled third-party business, and our open market insurers and reinsurers. Certainly, we've seen a big uptick in longevity, pension, annuity type players looking to establish in the Cayman Islands, both from a startup perspective, and also we're seeing certain long-established, proven, substantial organizations looking to re-domicile to the Cayman Islands for various reasons, as they find from their research that Cayman is a more attractive place to do business going forward.
And if I could just ask you there,
sure.
When did you start seeing that trend?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's always been there. I mean, Julie can speak to this in greater detail on the pure captive side, but because her firm runs a tally of redomestications to the Cayman Islands and from the Cayman Islands. And historically, over the last 7 or 8 years, you know, we've gained 5, we've lost 4, we've gained 4, we've lost 6, and it's usually a wash at the end of that period, Julie. But I would say in the last 18 to 24 months, the trend for larger, more complex, more open market third-party writers has increased in their looking to domicile to the Cayman Islands, either as startups, but also from a re-domestication perspective.
That's very interesting.
And I think there are many reasons for that, but I think we'll get into some of the positives and the attractions of Cayman later on, but we have, and I'm sure Suzanne will speak to this as well, we have a regulatory oversight regime that is proportionate, risk-based approach, and based upon the nature, scale, and complexity of the business model. So in other domiciles, the regulatory regimes may not be as appropriate because certainly not all one size fits all. Here we differentiate and we discriminate by the amount of risk that an entity has, and that is a benefit to the domicile and to certain licensees. So that's what we're seeing. I think the medical captives are still our bread and butter. Some 1/3 of our captives remain medical professional liability captives. We've seen some mergers and acquisitions in that sector over recent years. I think it's slowing down a bit, but we're more to work through, and that's driven by the Affordable Care Act and the need for economies of scale and efficiencies at the hospital healthcare system. What that means for Cayman is when systems merge, they invariably have 1, 2, or 3 Cayman captives, because Cayman is and remains the healthcare capital from a captive domicile point of view, and therefore we're seeing consolidation in healthcare captive numbers. But the remaining enduring captive post-system merger is bigger, more complex, and writing greater lines of business. So we're still seeing that, and they're looking and taking that opportunity to reboot how they run their captive. So they look at additional lines of business, medical stop loss, equipment maintenance, etc. So what we're seeing is the capitalization in the domicile. The assets here is increasing. So we went from 58 billion this time last year, Q2, to 62 billion in assets. So that tells me that the business remains here, but the number of entities are slightly reducing from the existing portfolio. But we are very, very fortunate from the work from the managers, our consultants, and what we refer to as our friends of Cayman, a network of law firms, actuaries, auditors, and other consultants, both tied to the bigger insurance management companies and brokers and others, the smaller, medium size, who have been doing business in Cayman individually or with their company, such as Julie, for 40 years. They keep coming back, and they are a constant source of preferred business being shown to this island.